Hello everyone, Scott the Movie Critic back again with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a video on everything that I've picked up recently. So that'll be all the recent pickups that I got in my holiday in Blackpool, as well as some things that I've ordered online, things like certain Blu-rays and that I couldn't find in H&V in Blackpool. So yeah, with all that being said, let's just get into it, because I've got quite a bit of stuff to show today. So I'm going to go with the stuff that I've ordered online first, then I'll go into the stuff that I've got from Blackpool afterwards. So yeah, let's get into it. So first up we have the Dog Soldiers 4K. I watched this yesterday and for the first time, and really enjoyed this film. It is an absolute classic British horror movie. The werewolves are great in it, reaction is fantastic, and yeah, it's just a really great tense horror movie from the early 2000s there, and it does look really good on 4K as well. So if you're a fan of the movie, I would recommend picking up the 4K set of this, as I think it is a decent transfer, and yeah, it's a really good movie. Glad to finally watch that. Next up we have Career Opportunities. I haven't seen this before, but I'm a massive fan of Jennifer Connelly, and I've heard that this is meant to be a really good comedy movie. Don't know too much about it, but it's definitely one that I'm excited to check out. Been meaning to watch that for quite a few years now. Next up is a film that I have watched a weekend, and that is a film called Near Dark. I thought this was an incredible film, really entertaining. One of my favourite vampire movies now, I would say. I like the main character a lot, and it's just got some really good entertaining scenes in it. The score I thought was actually really good in this one as well. It had a really good score in this movie. Has quite a bit of gore in it as well, which is obviously fantastic for a late 80s vampire movie, and it feels like an 80s movie as well, but I mean that in the best way possible. And yeah, it's just a really good film. If you like your vampire movies, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. Next up we have a film called Thief, which I hear is a fantastic movie. Arrow Video release here. I do like my Arrow Video Blu-rays a lot. They've done some fantastic films, and I don't know too much about this one, but I've just heard nothing but great things about it. James Caan's supposed to be really good in this as well, so yeah, hopefully this will be a good time. And next up we have Get Carter. I have seen this film before once and thought it was excellent. I haven't seen it on 4K yet, unfortunately, but hopefully it is a great transfer. Yeah, it is a fantastic movie. Michael Caine in this movie is awesome, as he always is in all of his films, and it's just a great 70s classic really. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this film. And now it's time to get into everything that I've got in Blackpool. So first up, going to show a couple of shirts that I've got in some sort of store. Can't remember what it's called, unfortunately, but here we have this awesome 2-pack shirt. Just gonna cover my face up a little bit, just see if I could get all this in. I think I got it all in. Yeah, I'm really happy to own this shirt. I'm a massive 2-pack fan, so it's really cool to own this awesome shirt. Really happy with that one. And I got another shirt here to show, and this one is of the legend that is Bruce Lee. So yeah, a really awesome shirt there, and yeah, I really like this one. It's got a really cool style to it, I think, and yeah, I'm a massive fan of Bruce Lee as well. He's an absolute legend. He's a martial artist and an icon. Yeah, one of my all-time favourite action movie heroes, and a great martial artist in real life as well. So yeah, now I'm going to get into the Blu-rays that I got from Blackpool, and first up is the complete Santana collection. Don't know much about these films either really, but I have heard good things. I believe they might be spaghetti westerns, maybe. But yeah, I have heard good things, just don't know too much about them, unfortunately. But I am definitely excited to check them out. Another one to go into my Avo video collection. Next up, we have a classic film that I unfortunately haven't seen yet either, and that is The Fisher King on Criterion. I have heard fantastic things about this film. I believe it's got I've forgotten his name. Does it say on the back? Robin Williams, that's it. And it's also got Jeff Bridges in it as well, who's also a fantastic actor. This film came out in 1991. And yeah, I've heard fantastic things about it. Really excited to check this one out. Next up, we have another Avo video Blu-ray to go into a collection, and this one is the classic 70s film that is Rollerball. I don't know much about this one. I believe it's sort of like a futuristic game of some sort. I believe it's sort of similar, or should I say, Elite Battle Angel is meant to be quite similar to this, I believe. So yeah, looking forward to checking this out. It's meant to be a cult classic, and I believe James Caan is in this as well, and I believe he has a fantastic performance in this movie as well. So yeah, definitely looking forward to checking that out. Next up, we have a movie called Stone. I don't know much about this one either, unfortunately, but I believe it's about some sort of biker gang of some sort. But that's basically all I know about this movie. So yeah, hopefully it'll be an entertaining time, and might have a great soundtrack, so that will be good to find out. Next up, we have the 4K of Scarface. I finally own the 4K to this movie. I absolutely adore this film. It is in my top 10 movies of all time. Al Pacino as Tony Montana is an absolute badass. Yeah, and this film is just an all-time classic, one of my favourites. Next up, we have A Race Ahead on Criterion. I haven't seen this film before either, but it's directed by David Lynch. Shout out to my mate Jordan from Movie Worm. He is one of David Lynch's. He's one of the biggest fans of David Lynch's films, and he absolutely adores his work. So yeah, shout out to you, Jordan. And I'll leave a link down in the description to his channel, by the way, guys. Check out if you haven't already. His channel is awesome. But yeah, I have heard really good things about this film. It's going to be quite weird, quite wacky, which is what I'd expect from a David Lynch film, as these films are quite out there. But yeah, hopefully this will be a good time. Next up, we have another Arrow video Blu-ray called Demonia. I literally know nothing about this movie, but the cover is intriguing, and I have seen this floating about quite a few times out in the wild. So yeah, when I saw this in HMV, I just thought I'd pick it up, and hopefully I'll enjoy this one as well. Next up, we have a film called Snowtown. I've heard that this is meant to be quite a hard movie to watch, and it's meant to be quite a dark subject matter to this film, but I've heard that it's very well made as well, and it's got very good performances in it. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. I've heard about this movie quite a few times in recent years, so yeah, definitely looking forward to checking that one out. Next up is an HMV Premium, which I got in HMV. I think I got all these Blu-rays in HMV, by the way, guys. And this is the movie Death Trap. I don't know much about this movie, but I believe Michael Caine is in this one, and he's meant to be really good in it. So that was sort of sold it to me. That did. And I've heard that this is just a really cool and unique sort of story, and meant to be a really decent film. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to check that out at some point. Next up, we have 4K of Ran, which is directed by, I can never pronounce his name properly, but I'm going to give it a go, Akira Kurosawa. I've definitely butchered that name, sorry guys, but yeah, I haven't actually seen any of these films yet, still, unfortunately, but I really do plan to, and I heard that this is an absolutely incredible movie. As you can see, this was a 2 for 30 deal, so yeah, really nice pick up there. Next up we got Operation Condor, which is a Jackie Chan film. I haven't seen many Jackie Chan's films before, but what I have seen of his have been really good films. So I've seen the 2 Pre-Story films and 2 Rush Hour films, and really enjoyed all of those. And I've heard that this is going to be one of his great classic movies as well. So yeah, definitely looking forward to checking that out. Next up we have a 4K of the absolute classic horror werewolf movie, that is American Werewolf in London. This is an absolutely quality film, one of my all-time favourite 80s horrors, and yeah, it's actually really funny in some places as well actually, which is quite cool. Yeah, and a great Arrow video 4K pickup there, really happy to finally own that in 4K. Apparently it's going to be a good transfer as well, so that's good. And next up I've got Cyborg on 88 Films. Haven't seen this yet, but I've been meaning to watch this for quite some time now. It's meant to be a really fun Jean-Claude Van Damme film, and I'm a massive fan of his movies as well. He's one of my all-time favourite actors. Grew up watching him when I was a kid in films like K-Roll, Bloodsport and Kickboxer, just to name a few. But yeah, I'm really excited to check this out, and it's meant to be a good time. Next up we got a film on a 101 label, and that is Prom Night. Heard great things about this. Jamie Lee Curtis is in this classic horror film. Heard that it's meant to be a cheesy sort of slasher movie from the early 80s, which is what I'm a fan of, and so yeah, definitely looking forward to watching this one in the future. Yeah, and having a great fun time with this one. So yeah, nice pick up there. Next up I've got Climax, which is another Arrow video title. I've heard that this is meant to be a really underrated movie. I've heard fantastic things about this movie. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out. Don't know too much about it, but I believe it's a foreign language horror movie, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I believe that Jordan Movie Room again is a massive fan of this one as well. So yeah, shout out to you again, Jordan, again. So yeah, that definitely inspired me to check this one out, as he has fantastic taste in horror movies. So yeah, looking forward to checking that one out. Next up we have The Hunt, which is a Mads Mikkelsen is in. I've heard nothing but fantastic things about this one. But I don't really know too much about this one either. But I've heard that it's going to be quite hard to watch, a really emotional and moving story. Yeah, definitely looking forward to checking this one out, as I've heard that it's absolutely sensational movie. Next up we have a HMV premium called Innocent Blood. This is a vampire movie, I believe. Don't know too much about it, but I'm a big fan of my vampire movies, so hopefully this will be another one that I'll enjoy, and to go into my list of maybe my top 10 vampire movies. But yeah, definitely looking forward to checking this one out, as I've heard that this is actually meant to be quite an underrated vampire movie and a good one. So yeah, looking forward to checking that out. Next up we have a classic 70s, yes, 1973 this came out, and this one is Soylent Green. I believe this one was set in the future. Don't know too much about it, but I believe it has fantastic performances, and it's meant to be quite an interesting and unique story. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to check that one out as well. Next up we have Time Bandits, another Arrow video Blu-ray I got in HMV. As you can tell, I'm a massive fan of this label. Yeah, I've heard that this is a classic movie. I believe it's come out early 80s, I believe. Yeah, it's got a great cast in this one, and I believe it's set in the future as well, sort of like a futuristic movie, I believe. I think this might be a time travel movie, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But other than that, I don't know too much about this one, but I've heard great things about it, so I'm excited to check that one out again. Next up we have Coffee, another Arrow video title. I've heard that this is a fantastic movie. I've never actually seen a Pam Grier in any movies before, I believe, but she's meant to be a fantastic actress, and a lot of her films are really famous and iconic, so I'm excited to get my first Pam Grier movie into my collection, so yeah, excited to give that a go. Next up, we have a film that really intrigues me by the cover. This one really catches my eye, and that is Suburbia. So yeah, I don't know much about this one. This was sort of a blind buy, but yeah, the cover just really intrigues me for some reason. I don't know, it just sort of looks pretty cool. I don't know anything about the plot. I'm just going into this movie literally knowing nothing about it at all. But hopefully I will enjoy this movie, and it does look kind of fun. And that's all of the Blu-rays that I've got in HMV, guys. Now I'm going to go on to other stuff that I've got in Blackpool, and I just dropped my Blu-rays. That was bound to happen, as there was loads of Blu-rays that I got, but oh well. But next up, I've got this really cool Spyro mug in Blackpool. Actually won this with tickets that I done on a fruit machines and that, so yeah, that was quite a cool item to win with all the tickets that I got there. So yeah, shout out to Ryan Chesham, who is the biggest Spyro fan that I know. Yeah, thank you for recommending the games to me, Ryan, because I really like the Spyro franchise, and I think it's just a really cool character, the dragon Spyro. I think he's really cool, and I'm really a big fan of this mug. I think it's quite a cool little item to have there, so yeah, happy to own that. Got two more items to show off, guys, and I got both of these in HMV as well, but this was these are two vinyls. I believe I got these in a 2 for 40 deal, so yeah, happy to own these ones. But first up in the vinyls is Pink Floyd's classic album Dark Side of the Moon. I know a couple songs from this record, obviously, as it's an absolute classic record. Everyone's heard of this album at least once in their lives, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the song Time, and Money is quite a good track as well. I believe Us and Them is on this album as well, so yeah. Other than that, I'm not too sure what is on it, but of course I know some songs from this classic record. I do like Pink Floyd, and this is probably their most popular and famous albums. Yeah, really glad to finally own this record in my collection. I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know what it sounds like, but I'm definitely looking forward to giving that a listen sometime soon. And last up, guys, final pickup I have to show is what's it called? Never Mind the Bollocks. It is the Sex Pistols. Forgot the title there for a minute there for some reason. But yes, I have played this, and this is an absolute cracking album. I absolutely adore this record. It is one of my favourite albums of all time. I was familiar with quite a few of the songs on this album before I picked this up in Blackpool, as I'm a massive fan of Sex Pistols music, and it has the songs that I was familiar with was Pretty Vacant, which is an all-time classic. What else is on here? God Save the Queen, which is another one of my favourites. It's also got Anarchy in the UK, which I believe was their first hit single, if I'm not too mistaken, which is another classic song. And also Odd Days in the Sun, which has always been one of my favourite songs of theirs as well. We had some other really good stuff on there, like Liars, a good track, 17's another good one. It also has other hit singles on there, like Bodies and EMI as well, which is another really great track. Yeah, so I'm really happy to finally own this in my collection, and I have played this on my record player, and it sounds absolutely amazing. The sound quality on this record is absolutely fantastic, so yeah, I'll definitely recommend picking this up on vinyl if you are a fan of this record, because it sounds great and it's an absolutely quality album. So there you have it, guys. That is everything that I picked up recently. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All that would be very much appreciated. Thank you so much, everyone. Don't leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys have picked up recently. I would love to hear all of your hear, see what you all you guys picked up. Yeah, that would be great to hear. Thank you, everyone. So yeah, take care, everyone, and I'll see you all later.